Kva māyā kva ca saṃsāraḥ, kva prītir viratiḥ kva va, kva jīva kva ca tat brahma, sarvadā vimalasya me. For I am ever pure. There is no illusion. There is no samsara, no attachment or no detachment. Where is Jiva and what is Brahman for me, who am ever pure? Or if you take Chinmaya's translation, it reads thus: where is illusion and where is the world of change? Where is attachment and where is detachment? Where is Jiva and what is Brahman for me, who am ever pure? Sage from Ananda Kutir writes on state of Jivan Mukta, who is beyond illusion. The phenomenal universe does not vanish from the vision of the Jivan Mukta. The Jivan Mukta sees the world as a dream within himself. Just as the mirage appears even after the illusory nature of the water is understood, so also the world appears for the Jivan Mukta even after he has attained self-realization, even after he has clearly understood the illusory nature of the world. But just as the man who has understood the nature of the mirage will not run after the mirage for drinking water, so also the Jivan Mukta will not run after sensual objects like other worldly minded people, though the world appears to him. That is the difference between a worldly man and a liberated sage. When he is absorbed in Brahman, the glory of glories, the soul of souls, the Jivan Mukta will not be able to work. But when he comes down from his full Brahmic consciousness, owing to the force of prarabdha and vikshepa shakti, he will pour forth his love at the cry of a suffering soul. So radiant and compassionate is he. He is the ocean of mercy and love and peace, or a Buddha or Jesus. While Shivananda Maharaj has described a Jivan Mukta who lives in the world of illusion but never gets carried away by the illusion, here is Janaka, who is a Videha Mukta, says there is no illusion for me at all. No creation, no illusion, no world, nothing. Very samsara for me, says Janaka. Samsara is a Sanskrit word meaning to wander or to flow through, and is recognized within the Hindu philosophy as the continuous cycle of death and rebirth. Samsara is the result of one's karmic actions and thoughts throughout their present and pre-existing lifetimes. Samsara can also be seen as the ignorance of the Atman, true self, and absolute reality, Brahman. Ignorance of both. When realizing Atman, one can then attain moksha. Moksha is seen as the highest achievement that any being can accomplish and inevitably leads to ending samsara. Janaka says, for him there is no samsara, because samsara here is explained with reference to karma and moksha, liberation for karma. Janaka has transcended karma. Janaka has transcended the awareness that he is realized. So with both karma and moksha rendered irrelevant for him, he says there is no samsara for me. Beyond attachment and detachment, or maybe say, instead of detachment, which sounds a little harsh, beyond attachment and non-attachment. Attachment is an attraction or a liking which we express in many different ways to people, situations, objects, possessions, and definitely in our own projections and expressions. Yoga says no to attachment, no to detachment. Do not avoid situations in life or even yourself, but learn to accept the existence of the things that are around you. So, yoga changes the expression of detachment to non-attachment. Non-attachment is vairagya, meaning to be free from attachment without rejecting anything. It represents a state of mind that is continuously observing the nature of events and is unaffected. Non-attachment can easily be developed provided we can expand our awareness to see the reality behind things. Positive attraction, that is attraction not fueled by likings, raga, etc., but being there without getting attached in a non-attached nature. Accepting the situations without reacting negatively to them. It is like the prayer of Saint Francis, Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is discord, let me sow love. Janaka says he is beyond attachment and detachment because in his state, he is beyond people, society, environment, situations, events, and experiences. He is in fact beyond creation. So even the need to be non-attached, accepting the situation without reacting negatively, all these things is irrelevant for him. No creation and therefore no living beings for him. How about God? He goes beyond the creation and says there is no God for me. He is not an atheist denying God, but in essence he says there is no God existing separate from me. He exists verily as light, all-pervading, changeless, one without a second. When he does not relate to himself as a Jiva with BMI, there is no creation for him in such absolute existence, and also there is no God in form or without form existing separate or away from him. Sage Shivananda sums up this state by saying, one cannot jump on one's own shoulders. Let us see the commentary of Chinmaya on this verse. Is there anything more to say on this? He quotes a verse from Yoga Vasishtha which endorses this essence of this verse, which reads thus: when all thought disturbances have ended, the purified mind enters the state of one's own pure nature divine, and therefore, like a drop that has entered the ocean, when all its desires, with all its desires gone, becomes one with the self. He who knows the Supreme Brahman becomes Brahman. Mundakopanishad. So, he has merged and he is existing as Brahman. So, there is no Brahman separate from me. There is no God separate from me. There is no creation for me. There is no ignorance for me. Therefore, there is no raga dvesha for me. And therefore, the effect or impact of raga dvesha, illusions ityadi, they are not for me. I am beyond all these things. In fact, I am beyond the beyond to say even that I am beyond all these things. Hari Om Tat Sat.